going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and it's time to review 7 Deadly Sins, chapter 158. I guess I should talk about 157 really quickly. That chapter was good. I'm trying to remember what happened in it, actually. I know we had, like, the Forest of White Dreams, like, little elf dudes disguised as Meliodas. They go to attack. Diane's in, like, a retard mode, so of course she can't fight them. So Hauser and Gilthunder show up, so the groups sort of reunite there, and then they just sort of explain what we kind of already know. You know, the labyrinth is fucking... I believe they just said, yeah, there was a lot of traps, we got separated, it's really, really big. Then Hauser gets attacked by the little gator. Then one of the things I will always remember is Hawk fighting this thing, and they both bite each other, and that's an amazing panel. It's absolutely hilarious. Then Hawk eats it, and does that Kirby shit, and assimilates its powers, which still, that needs explaining, but it's really, really cool. And, because Hawk is just so interesting. Like, what is Hawk? It's so weird, but... regardless, that happens, and then the big one shows up, and they hype up the big one before it shows up. They say about, you know, it lives in the desert, and blah, blah, blah. It looks like it's going to eat them. We see in this chapter that was a fake out, but it goes to eat them. Then we see these things attacking a bunch of other people. It's pretty violent, and yeah, it's pretty much the chapter. Then we see this guy with long hair, and then we move into this chapter. So last chapter, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'd probably give it like a 7, 7.5 out of 10. Hyped up these creatures and reunited the group, so there was some story progression there. And then with this chapter, we've got, like I said, it's kind of a fake out. It looks like it's going to eat them, but then it looks like it just kind of drilled into the ground. I'm not really sure there. But yeah, we see like, what the fuck, Hendrickson and a couple other characters, you know, they're hiding from them, and we see Arthur running from one. All of them are wearing the fucking Boar Hat uniform, which is very funny. Which we've seen them wearing it before, but it just really kind of hit me. Like, everyone's wearing Meliodas' outfit right now. I thought that was very funny. Except for Meliodas. Excuse me a second ago. Anyways, this chapter, though. Yeah, we get a lot of hype. We get a lot of character introductions. We see these Scarecrow guys who were able to take down one of these giant things. We see this swordsman who was able to split one in half. We see this other guy who looks like fucking... this dude who legit looks like Carrot from fucking One Piece, like way back. The Usopp Pirates, dude. Usopp Pirates. Carrot from the Usopp Pirates grew up and got fucking built. Like, that was hilarious to me. And then, yeah, he takes his out. Looks like, you know, beat the shit out of its forehead and shit. And then Meliodas just steals all their thunder with, like, this pile of them, and he tries to eat them, and they don't taste good, and that's pretty much the end of the chapter. Yeah, so Diane is trusting Hauser and Gilthunder, and they're fighting alongside each other. They don't do very good against this thing, though, which is interesting, because these other guys, when it showed them, like, killing these things, I was like, okay, well, you're gonna hype up these guys, but, I mean, are they really that strong? Like, if they're any competition for Meliodas and shit, wouldn't we have, like, heard of these guys at some point? Clearly they're not a competition for Meliodas, but they'll probably be more of a competition for, like, Gilthunder and Hauser and stuff. They had good designs overall, and yeah, I'm interested to see, like, why they're there, what wish they want, and all that. We still haven't seen Matrona. She is still MIA, but yeah. It was an enjoyable chapter, though. It was very simple. It hyped up these characters. Once again, something I mentioned in my top 10 video when I was talking about 7 Deadly Sins is the series really knows how to do scale. It really knows how to make you feel the size of things. And you really see that with these gators, like the dead corpses and shit. You really feel the size. I don't know how the writer does that. He did the same thing with, like, the giant megalodon shark in Congo Bancho. Yes, there was a fucking giant megalodon shark in Congo Bancho that wore, like, a Bancho school uniform. It was absolutely amazing. And you could really see the scale on that thing, too, when it was defeated. So, I don't know how he does it, but it's fucking awesome. So, speaking of Congo Bancho, Diane's double hammer, though. I like that. She did it once before, I think, against Hendrickson, but yeah, nice reference to one of Congo Bancho's signature moves. Yeah, with all that being said, oh, did I mention the long-haired guy? Yeah, he took out one with ice powers, so yeah, that was his ability, and he's probably pretty damn strong too, but yeah, that's pretty much it. It was kind of funny. It was, mostly with just Meliodas at the end was pretty funny, and yeah, I liked it. What else? I'm trying to think of... oh yeah, and there was this little dude singing at the beginning. That was kind of weird. I don't know if he's like a fairy or what. He was just like this little guy with like a guitar or something singing So he's interesting. That could lead to, he could be somebody. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole chapter. Just a bunch of setup and a bunch of hype for these guys. And they seem pretty cool and pretty unique. I'm not just going to call them fodder. They could definitely be some pretty good, you know, because they took out these gators that Gil Thunder and Hauser were having trouble with. So, you know, these guys could be stronger than them, which puts them in a nice little tier amongst the 7 deadly sins. But they'll probably still get their asses kicked, at least by Meliodas for sure. Like, for definite sure, they get their ass kicked by him. But regardless, I have talked about this chapter enough. I really liked it, though. It was a good setup and everything. I'd probably give it a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10. Really good artwork this week. Good pacing between pages. Diane wasn't too annoying or anything. So, yeah. With all that being said, thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you guys thought of this chapter, The 7 Deadly Sins, and last week's chapter, The 7 Deadly Sins, in the comment section below. You can add me on PSN or follow me on Instagram. I'm petplatypus on both. Subscribe if you haven't already or if you like what you see in here, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.